Welcome to the weekend edition of the Fast Five by Fear and Greed. I'm Michael Thompson, and hello, Sean Aylmer.
Hello, Michael.
Sean, on weekdays, it's all about the Fast Five, the top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. On the weekend, though, we still keep it to 5 minutes, but we are going to pick out the biggest story of the week, the sleeper story, the one that's kind of flying under the radar a little bit, the most remarkable story, and then our favourite story. So let's jump into it. Can I nominate the biggest story of the week?
Please do.
I thought there was a lot to choose from this week, actually, but the one that I went for has the potential to change the way we work in this country. The Jobs and Skills Summit in Canberra on Thursday and Friday wasn't really just your ordinary kind of talk fest. 142 participants covering business, unions, politics, community groups, subject matter experts, really talking about how we lift wages, improve productivity, reduce the skills shortage, and reform the industrial relations system. That's a doozy, that one. Things seem productive because all the players went into it with a willingness to talk and make deals. They were actually starting to make them even before the summit started. Workers starting straight away to cement some of the outcomes, adjustments to the Fair Work Act. We've got an increase to the migration cap, free TAFE places, a lot of individual measures. So basically, because of the impact on so many workers in this country, I would say that it's the biggest story of the week.
Yeah, look, it was a big story. I'm just going to add in earnings season, and really it's wrapping up all earnings season. Think about, all these big companies announce these billion-dollar profits, but actually how it affects you and I, we find out about that. So we found out, for example, this earnings season that iceberg lettuces are back down to less than $3 a pop and avocados are under $1. We found out that Qantas airfares are unlikely to fall anytime soon. We found out pre-mixed drinks are selling well because increasingly people are entertaining at home. People are buying pork mince, not beef mince. We found out that Botox boomed during the pandemic, and we found out that the coal companies are making a ton of money and expecting it to continue. These are the sorts of things that came out of earnings season. So for mine, that was the biggest story of the week, just learning all those bits and pieces.
Yeah, it is a really good one. The most remarkable story, Sean, for me, it was the drop in house prices in August, because we know the decline has been steep, but it's just getting worse. The biggest drop in 39 years for that month. It's now happening everywhere except Darwin, basically. Brisbane only just peaked 2 months ago, and now it's gone into reverse, lost 1.8% last month. That's the second worst result for August, behind only Sydney, that's dropped 2.3%. The thing you need to keep in mind, though, of course, is the property market gained 29% between September 2020 and April this year. So clearly homeowners are better off than they were pre-pandemic, but still, no one really likes to see the biggest monthly drop in 39 years. It is certainly not good for confidence.
That's true. Look, my most remarkable story is about the new world of electric vehicles. Scientists sponsored by the US Department of Energy say they've designed a super fast method to replenish the batteries of electric cars. In fact, it'll take less than 10 minutes, they reckon. That's remarkable. One of the major drawbacks, of course, of electric vehicles and hindrance to sales is how long it takes to recharge. This could come down to about the same time as filling up the tank under this new technology. The scientists achieved a 90% charge in 10 minutes. Fast chargers today take somewhere between 20 minutes and an hour. Really is remarkable that the technology is getting to that level and could be a real boost for sales of EVs.
Yeah, absolutely. Sleeper story. So maybe a story that's not getting the attention that it deserves. What did you pick this week?
Oh, look, for me, it came out of the banking regulator, the Australian Prudential Regulation Authority. Last year, it introduced a My Super performance test. It assesses default super products, they're the ones employees are put into when they don't nominate anything, against 2 criteria, investment performance and fees and costs. Now, if you fail on these categories for 2 years in a row, you're not allowed to take in new members. 5 failed this year, and for 4 of them, it was the second year in a row. The biggest was the BT Super Retirement Wrap product. Why is it a sleeper? Because APRA's goal of making super funds more efficient is working, and no one's talking about it. 96% of member accounts are now in performing My Super products, covering more than 13 million members. And over the past year, fees for more than 5 million My Super members have fallen. And that's in large part thanks to the My Super test. That's a sleeper story with punch.
Yeah, it certainly is. All right, let's move on to the favourite story. The favourite story for me, Sean, there were too many options this week, but I like talking about pubs, and there is a boom in pub sales and listings recently. The Kingscliff Beach Hotel on the far north coast of New South Wales going up for sale with an expected price tag of $100 million. It's still not the highest, though. The Oaks Hotel in Sydney up for sale for $175 million. That would be a national record. Plenty of other examples of pubs either being listed or selling for tens of millions of dollars. It got me thinking, can you still get a pub for a decent price? I did a bit of searching, a little bit of Googling, and I found the Doodle Cooma Arms in the little town of Henty in regional New South Wales. Lovely little town, lovely little pub, great beer garden, 12 accommodation rooms, period dining room, up for sale, $870,000. So there are still some bargains out there, Sean.
I can't go past that as a favourite story.
All right. Thank you very much, Sean.
Thanks, Michael.
There we go. 5 minutes and pretty much everything you need to know in the world of business. We'll be back on Monday morning with the top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and this is the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed.